Hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is Roy back again. What you're looking at is my antenna. We'll call it my Yagi-like ring directional antenna. And if you look at the very center of the very end, that is the line coming in from the top load. It's not touching anything. It sits right in the center of that first ring there. And then when it hits that first ring, it'll send out an inductive second ring, third ring, fourth ring, fifth, and sixth. And I have it encased in a wine bottle. And the glass is going to act like a reflector. So we're coming out of the top load. We have the bottom adjustable, the vertical up and down. We have the top wire coming out and going into the center of that first without touching. And that's going to directional. Directional. I can't wait to try this out. I didn't get this offline. I am just using some of the old patents and stuff on Tesla, and he don't talk much about antennas, but this gentleman Yagi, he seemed to know how to control this energy, and we'll put it in spirals headed out like a cannon inside the reflector glass. So when that charge hits the first one, and then it's going to reflect off the glass, continue heading out like a sort of like a cannon or a rifle. And wanted to show you guys, so if you want to make one of these, just cut off the bottom of the glass. Be careful, you'll cut yourself. Make yourself up some copper. These are 1/4 inch copper tubing, and they're hot glued in place. So you have to figure out, it'll take you a few times to figure out how much in a circle you need. And you do not, I got a cork in here still. You do not want that wire touching the first one. You want it to be in the middle. And this is my way of directing, instead of coming out of the top load and spewing it everywhere. We're going to see if we can shoot across the lawn with this directionally. What got me going with why to work on the antenna first is because I was working on the ground first, and a crazy great old-timey video I caught was 3 people was witnessing an explosion across the canyon, and what they did was they blindfolded 2 of them, 2 of the people, and each person had a flag in their hand, okay? And they blindfolded one person so they couldn't see it, but they could hear it. And then they blindfolded this. Then they blindfolded the second person. Oh, but they covered up the ears on that person, so all that person could do is see. And then the other person is all they can do was hear. And then the other person, all they can do is feel. And the way they did the field test is they driven a rebar in the ground, they put tape around the top and bent the top, and they had that person put their teeth on the top. So the first person to raise their hand was the person that could see, because the fastest wave is light, and we're talking about in air.
is light. The second was sound, and the third was hearing. So very important, if you're going to be sending out something, the grounding system is more important, because think about what I just said. First is visual, light. Second was sound. Third was vibration. It was vibration. It was not sound. Sound was the hearing, so that was third. Vibration was the second place. So we're going to vibrate the ground. So we'll be building a chamber similar to this. That's going to be, I'm going to build a box. I'm going to put this in the box. I'm going to have a rod connected to the top with a handle. So I could turn the handle and direct the angle of the ground penetration. So obviously we're making circles and sending them out. When the signal comes out of the end of the glass there, it'll expand out, but it'll be directive versus the regular Tesla top loads are not directive. They're just blown everywhere. So I started working on the grounding system, and I realized I have to work on the top load, and I'll figure out capacitance that it would have, and I guess I'll figure that out, as well as the grounding system that we just talked about. So you guys, hopefully you like it. Make yourself one as well. Pretty cool experiment. We're going to be tuning into a receiver coil, and we're tuning into the capacitance of the top load. And we're using this Tesla coil with 15,000 volts. It'll be 120 milliamps. We'll be putting some good current in here. Peace out, my bro hands. Leave your comments. Leave your comments.